What is up, ninjas? My name is Soundworld, and today we're going to be going over 3 ways to make your deep house drops a lot more interesting, okay? So hopefully you guys know that we're talking about the newer style of deep house, or it might be considered future house, where you have a bass and a pluck on top of it that's layered with a marimba and whatnot, style of EDX, KESH, J Pryor. Now these 3 tips, guys, have helped me a lot in creating the demo for this. As you guys know, I've been working on a Soundbank that is pretty much done, and I have to get the demo done for it, and I've run into some issues where my drops just don't sound like theirs in terms of the grooviness and va-da-va. So these tips are meant to help you in that department. The first tip is going to be for the people that have a drop and they're like, okay, it sounds almost like theirs, but there's something missing. There's a little bit of swag, a little bit of spiciness missing. What could that be? So the first tip, guys, is going to be to add swing to your drop, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do that manually. And also, if you're in Ableton or FL, you do have a little swing presets that you can kind of access and just add them a little bit to kind of give it that vibe. So the second tip, guys, is going to be to double time the bass at certain specific strategic points. What that just means is that if we have a bass in the first part of the drop where it's like doon 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 doon, instead of doing that, we can do doon 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 doon. And finally, guys, the last tip I'm gonna have for you guys are gonna be reverb fills or reverb sweeps that we can kind of automate to happen in the drop in selected points. So one of them might be at the end of every 4 bars, at the end of every 2 bars. One might be where you have a melody da, 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 and then you have a gap there, and then it goes pa, pa, pa. In that gap, you can have a reverb fill in case you don't want to add anything melodic there. Then you can kind of use that to kind of fill that gap. And finally, guys, if you guys want to support the channel, this Soundbank that we're using for this video is coming out next week. So if you're in the market for a selected style Soundbank, a deep house Soundbank in that style, make sure to check it out, guys. If you guys have any name recommendations, let me know. I still have yet to come up with a name for it that is catchy. So maybe, you know, if you let me know, I might pick it. But anyways, guys, let's get straight into this tutorial, and hopefully this helps you get more interesting drops. Alright, guys, and welcome inside of Ableton. Now here I have the demo for the selected sound set open. I'm still working on it, gonna be finalizing a couple of things, but all the sounds from the pack are there. I have a vocal from an Antidote audio pack called Savior, which I really like. You guys are always asking where the vocals are from. Then the drums are gonna be from different packs that I have on Evo, and then one of them is from a third-party company, just the hats there, as you can see, from I believe it's Sample Magic UK House. Alright, so let's check it out and hear what we are gonna be working with. Okay, so pretty standard drop, pretty simple drop here, guys. The swing has already been implemented on that, the first tip. However, I'm going to show you how it sounds like if it's not implemented. If it's like landing right on the beat all the time, you're going to see the difference. So you heard how that sounded like, okay? So now this is how it would sound like normally. So, you know, you hear that and it's cool. It's still good, but it feels a bit different. Like, it doesn't feel good. It feels like but like a robot made the melody, and that's not what we want. That's not what we want. So tip number 1, guys, is going to be to implement a bit of swing. Now, if we go into this sound here, which is going to be this. So as you can see here, this is landing right on the beat. So in order to add swing yourself, what you really need to do is you need to grab some notes and you need to shift them off a bit, shift them off the beat for just a little bit, not enough where it sounds bad, but enough so that you get that nice swing. So one instance, I could just move this here. So instead of going da da, it's like da da da. So you get that little pause, and it's such a little pause, as you can see. Look at the little hole. It's like, okay, you know, but that makes the biggest difference. You know, here we have the original, which, as you can see, if we look at the programming of it, the beat here, that A sharp, is not landing until around this section. And as we keep moving along, we do have some notes that land on beat, but some of them start to get shifted. Again, you can see the shift happens again here at the 1.42. As we continue, there's another shift here instead of hitting on the 2.14. So it's about being strategic about what you're doing so that it doesn't sound stagnant, because as you saw, when we have it in normal, yeah, but when we have it swingy, see the biggest difference that it makes, guys. So put in a bit of work. The other thing you could do is, if you do have this set to normal like that, Ableton does allow you to have some groove pulls that you can kind of explore. You can go with the swing, which is a good one to do. 16 swings, let's just apply that and then commit it so that way you see the shift. And you can see it does the same thing that we would have done. Like it shifts that last note for us. So you can instantly just put a swing into it, make it a little bit more swingy, and it sounds so much better, guys. It doesn't sound robotic, and that's something that I don't like. Some genres, you know, robotic is good, but in this one, if you want to get that, it does the change for us that we wanted already, and you can see that's going to be one of the things you can do there. That is going to be the first tip. Now, the next tip, guys, is a pretty simple one. Again, all of these are going to be simple to implement right now. It's like a weight loss pill. You can take it right now and lose like 20 pounds. But what we're going to be doing here, guys, is simple, okay? So a lot of times I get questions like, yo, Sen, my drop needs more energy. It needs to be faster. It feels too slow. You know, ways to make your track sound, your drop sound a lot faster when everything's playing slow is to just increase, add a drum loop that's faster, or you can add the bass. You can double time it. Now, what that means here, and hopefully I'm using the right term for this, is that we have notes that hit and it's dun, 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 you know, very, very slow. However, you can double time the notes. What that means is that, for instance, if I want this one to hit twice rather than once, I do that. So for here, I could do this. So you get do, 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 do. So that can instantly give us energy. Again, here we can do that again, where we have sort of like this double. And then we could just do, again, copy this kind of pattern. So I could just grab that and do it like so. So that's instantly going to make the track just have more energy because now the bass is a little bit fast. Okay, so that's the first thing we can do. And again, it's about being very strategic with it. Just don't do it to the whole bass, just do it to certain parts. So you can do it at the end of every 4 bars. One of the things, and huge shout out to KESH, who follows his channel. I've seen him grow, and he's been releasing bangers on you know, future house music remixes, and he has a song with 1 million plays on Spotify. Congrats to him. But one thing I noticed that he does is he chooses to use this technique, but he does it at the end of our 4 bars here. And he sometimes does it here as well. And that's gonna sound like this. Check it out. Okay, so simple, you know, the last note there that we are using now is just doing a double hit there. So, and that gives us that nice kind of vibe to it. And again, you can do that in any way you want. If you want to implement melody, you can implement melody to it if you feel like it will sound. So there. And here we have just that, I kind of like that there, so we leave it like that. And then we can have that shift in melody as well, if that's what you want. So that, with that, it's going to sound like this. Okay, so again, this doesn't really work that well because it doesn't really harmonize that well with that melody, but this is something cool we can add, especially if there's a gap there. But this is a cool way. You double time the bass and you can add a lot more energy. And the last thing I'll give you guys with tip number 2 is very simple, is that you can then layer another bass, which is a little bit more percussive. That keeps sneezing. And then we're going to have... Now, if we go back to what we had, which is the normal one, and just get rid of all that if we can here, we'll just add what we used to have. It still sounds good. It just doesn't have that energy that this tends to. So that is going to be the second tip, guys. You can double time certain bass lines, and then when you double time, you can add melody changes to it to get that nice groove that you hear in a lot of these tracks. But that's going to be the second tip. Hopefully you find it useful, and let's go to the last and final tip that I have for you guys. Now, the last tip I have for you guys is pretty simple, and we're going to be using Endless Smile for this to create these like reverb fills. You can use any reverb again, but I use this one just because it's so simple to use. We can use Fists in the Air. And what we want to do is we want to add this if you have gaps in the melody. So for our melody, it's always plain, so we don't have any gaps. What we can do to just make it more interesting is add like little reverb fills. So what I'm going to do is automate this intensity knob up and down, and that's going to be it. That's a simple technique there. So we can do here. So I can have it maybe here, and we're gonna do this here. If we hold Alt, we can kind of just get the slope like, and then we're gonna, and you can choose to have a rhythm for this. Like you can do it wherever you feel pleases. You can treat it as sort of like a drum where it happens at every 1/4 or every half. You can do that. It's just about the creativity you want for it. So for me, maybe again here, I'll hit it again here in the half, see how that sounds like. It might sound good, it might not. We'll see how it sounds like. And then maybe again here, we're gonna do it twice. Man, we're gonna halftime this. Let's give it a little bit there, and one more here to go up, and then we can kind of pull that down. So that's, and then maybe yeah, that's a bit too much, as you guys can see. So you can have it every, like, you know, every kind of like 4 bars there, like so, and that kind of works as well to kind of create. Here you can also have this just go up here, so you can kind of. All right, so that's kind of like the reverb sweep that you can do at certain parts of the song to kind of just give it that nice vibe. It makes it more interesting because it kind of pleases the listener's eye. There's a lot more going on, but it's something that doesn't draw attention away from the main idea of the song, and that is the important thing with this little trick. Now, the other option here is that you can choose other fills, for instance, like a bass opening up like whop, or like a white noise shh, or like a reverse synth from the Cashmere pack also works. But those are going to be the 3 tips I have for you guys. Hopefully you find them useful. Hopefully you can use them in your songs right now after this video ends. And if you guys want to support the channel, as always, guys, you can go over to evilsounds.com. I think it's either one of these, and check it out, guys. If you like any of the sounds you hear and you want to support, that's the best way to do it, guys. Other than that, if you want to learn how to make some of these sounds, make sure to check out the other videos and the Deep House playlist. I've made tutorials on the bass as well as how to make these style of drops. Anyways, you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. Take care.